Welcome back everybody to Little Miss Stampy Pants. I'm going to show you today how I created this super cute greeting card. I started out with a sheet of basic white cardstock and I cut it at 5.5 by 8.5 and I scored it at 4 1/4. I also used the Big Shot Woodlands embossing folder to get this textured birch tree design. I used the Lovely as a Tree stamp set, the row of trees here. And the ink that I used is the Always Artichoke stamp pad. For the greeting, I used the Star of Light Merry Christmas greeting that I embossed in the white embossing powder. And the inside, I used the Warm Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses sentiment from the Tin of Tags stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started and I can show you how I put this card together. It was super easy, so it's not going to take long for the video. So I already cut my cardstock and I already scored it. So you're going to take your embossing folder and you want to open it up. You want to stamp your image on the side that says Stampin' Up! And Sizzix. And it's going to go this way. You can tell that the trees have a specific direction that they go in. The branches kind of point in an upward position. Okay, so you'll be able to tell. So you're just going to open it up. And when you open it up, another thing you can tell is the Sizzix is actually going to be upside down. So what I did was I just took this stamp set and I put it on. I do not really need the stamping pad here while I'm doing this portion. I will, however, need it when I use the photopolymer stamp set for the sentiment. So we'll just set that aside and we will use that. And let's go ahead and get the Always Artichoke stamp pad out. And, you know, people, like I've said in my other videos, some people, they just, you know, stamp it like this. Others lay the stamp down and they just go across like this. Doesn't matter. I think it's just personal preference. I flip one way or the other depending on what I'm actually doing. So we're just going to take this and stamp it three rows. So I just press it down. Pull it up and you're going to see that it started to do that, but it didn't do the tree itself, the inside. So that's good. That's what we're looking for. And you're just going to stamp it again and you're going to stamp this side of it. Okay, and then you're going to ink it up again. There we go. And then you're going to, like I said, do 3 rows so that you can see it going all the way up. More here. Alright, that is looking cute already. I can't wait to see what it comes out like. And I think, you know, I've done a couple of these and some come out lighter trees, some are darker. So it doesn't matter. It's gorgeous either way. I love it. So let's go ahead and ink that up again. And the last one, I want to make sure that we're on here. Alright, perfect. There we go. So we're going to set that aside and we're going to go ahead and emboss this on. So what I've done, you're going to actually open up your card like a standard card. So I want to make sure that this imprint here is on this side here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up with the side that does not have the ink. Okay. So I want to have it over here. And I'm going to line it up. Okay, and you can see that the bottom of the trees doesn't go all the way to the crease, so I'm not going to put my cardstock all the way down to the crease because then it's going to look like the trees have just stopped, and I don't want that. So I do want it down a little bit farther than that though. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and crease this, and then I'm going to run it through. You can run it through your Big Shot. I happen to have a Cuttlebug. I'm going to be getting the Big Shot very soon, hopefully, so I like the Big Shot, I think, better than this Cuttlebug. Alright, so run that through. And the reason I think that the big shot's better is because some of the folders, this one's not too bad because it does fit, but if you can see, it fits really tightly because it does go over the edge. And the big shot is actually wider, so a lot of the folders that they have that I can't run through the Cuttlebug, I will be able to with my big shot once I get it. So, good thing to think of when you're looking for a die machine, a die press or die cutting machine. You want to look at things that you may do outside of just even Stampin' Up, outside of anything. If you need bigger folders, you want to make sure you have a bigger machine. So if you do need any of those products though, if you look at the link below, you can actually go to my store at littlemissstampypants.stampinup.net, and it's up top, the website, and you can stamp below. You know, plenty of ways to find out. Okay, so that's our card, and I love it. I think it came out super cute. So now all we're going to do is we're going to do the sentiment here. So with that sentiment, I have a piece of garden green, and it's measured at 3 3/4 by 3 inches. And we're going to emboss, take out our emboss buddy here, and we're going to make sure that none of the static is going to cling to where we do not want it. It's going to just cling to the Versamark ink, which is right here. And we want to put our sentiment on there, and we want to ink that right on. And you can see that my Versamark, it is actually very loved, so it's no longer the color that it should be. It has a little bit of the black on there. Do I mind it? Not really. And you know, I think this time, because I did it straight last time, I'm going to try and curve, because I kind of like the curve look. So I'm going to try and curve. And with these photopolymer, you can actually get it so that it curves around, and I think it looks super cute. See? And I think that's curved enough. Yep, I like that. It's cute. It's different in it. Not just the same old straight across. Gives it a different look altogether. And if you do have the, they have a coordinating thinlit dies, the banner die, you can curve it as well and cut it out that way. I just like the looks of this one, so that's what I'm going to be using. So then you're going to take your white embossing powder, and you're just going to cover your sentiment, tap it, make sure that it's covered really good. Alright, there we go, and I just tap it, and I want to make sure that we don't fold it here, and there we go, and yeah, super cute, love it. Alright, and then you're just going to take your heat tool, and I want to take my embossing powder out of the way here. And you want to take your heat tool and make sure that you don't have any of these little white specks on here. See how I have that little white speck there? I want to move that so that it does not emboss and create it there permanently like the rest of it. So you can take a brush, you can take, you know, anything and move that around if that becomes an issue. Okay? So we're going to heat this up. Alright, so there is that, and then, isn't that super cute? I love it. Love it, love it. And then you just take your scissors. This is how I did the banner part. Some people have the banner punch, and they can stick it in and cut it, but I just usually just cut up halfway in between and cut as far as I want it to go, and then just cut on both sides just like that. And what that does is it creates that banner that I like. Alright, perfect. So there's my banner. And then I just took some Stampin' Dimensionals, and then we just put them on the back here. I put 3. Some people put 2. I just want to make sure that it stays and that it's sturdy. So we're just going to go ahead and take the little papers off there and line it up. There's the top. And because when I did that embossing folder and I had put it on the edge like this, some people emboss the entire thing so that this is embossed as well. I didn't do that because I think that trying to stamp my sentiment is probably not going to work out very well. So I wanted to make sure that just the top of it got embossed. So with the bottom, I have a, there we go. I'm going to ink it up really good here. And I just want to stamp a couple of the trees at the very bottom. I don't need all of them. I don't need the whole row going all the way across. I just wanted a couple. So just like that. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the top here. And this one is the warm wishes and mistletoe kisses. And then we're just going to ink that up. Alright, and we're going to stamp that down right there. And just press and hold it. When you're doing this, if you notice, it took me a little bit and I pressed and held. That's so that the ink can seep into the cardstock a little bit and it makes it a nice crisp image, which is what I was going for. So there's our card. See how easy that was? It was easy. It's a gorgeous card. So if you have a lot of them to make, this is definitely a good card to make. Okay, and then so there's our greeting card, and thank you. I just want to take the time. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you guys. You know, you help me grow as a person and as a crafter, and I really appreciate it. So again, if you need any of the products, go ahead and click on my link below to get to my store. And I just wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.